What? We're wearing the hats. Good afternoon, everybody. NorCal Sports Network on a day when the Giants win it 10-3 thanks to Miguel Vargas for the extra 6 runs or 5 or whatever it was for the Grand Slam. Yes, this should have never been. He missed 2 pop-ups. But the Giants behind some hitting today. Luis Arraez, Casey Schmitt again with the blast. Guy just keeps hitting. So Giants win it. Giants win it 10-3. And let's get into it, Dallas. Shall we? Let's get the band on. There we go. And let's get into it. We'll get to our sponsors here in a little bit. But what do you got to say today, Dallas? The Bats woke up.
Yeah, they woke up. They look good. It'd be great if they could play like this, like more than once a week. You know, like they could actually hit. And this is possible. What was the runners in scoring position today? 2 for 5. Still not great, but okay.
That's 400. I'll take 400.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. So, the White Sox were 3 for 9, so they're 300. Pretty good. The Giants, yeah, I don't know. Consistency it's all about consistency. They are capable of doing this for a game, but they can't do it, with any regularity. So I don't know. It's great for one game. It's fun to listen to, and you can just kind of take a sigh of relief. It's not just torture to listen to it, for a day. But they got to show up tomorrow and do the same thing. And we haven't seen that ability to be able to put back-to-back games together. Have they scored more than 5 runs in back-to-back games? I don't know, but I'd venture to say it hasn't happened often.
Yeah. Anyway, it's it was, a needed win. It was a really needed win because you can't go 12 under. I mean, as it is, you're 10 under and who knows if you win tomorrow. I mean, the Giants, all this does is, stops a little bit of the bleeding for a little bit. I don't think it's anything that's
it means nothing if they don't win tomorrow.
Yeah.
If they win tomorrow, then they win a series. They need to continue to do that. And you got to stop getting swept, which is their big issue. When you win a series, you win 1 game, you pick up 1 game. If you then get swept, you lose 3. It's 1 step forward, 3 steps back. So they need to, like I just said, more consistency.
I can't play the video because it's from the game. MLB frowns on that. So we'll just show you the tweet. The tweet says the Giants are 21 games below 500 since trading for this bum, Rafael Devers. What a big-time loser this guy is. Tony should bench his ass tomorrow. Cost the team a run. This is what losers look like. If you watch the play, he stands there at home plate, backs away from it, and just watches the ball for about 3 seconds, maybe 4, and then decides, this thing might drop. I better start running. And it wasn't even a good throw, and they still just barely got him. They got him out, and at that time, this is just ridiculous. Look, even if he just jogged like he normally does when he grounds out to second, he would have been safe by a mile. He just decided, look, Look, and he has no excuse. We just had seen 2 balls earlier drop in.
Well, he thought it was a foul ball. Is the thing.
No excuse. The wind's blowing. I don't care if he thought it was a foul ball because it was straight up. But you just run those things. This is, I mean, you fat ass. How long does it take to just jog down the line? This is where I say that you just pull them out, man. Like Gravy says, pull them out right then. Make a statement. You don't hustle. You don't play on this team. You want to win. Yeah, that's how you manage.
He didn't do that to Adames, so how can he now do it to Devers?
Yeah,
pick and choose who you're going to make an example out of.
Yeah.
So that's why you should have done it with Adames, because now you have, you can't just be selectively punishment some people and not others. So I don't know. I think it's not as bad when it happens in a win, but most games it's much closer than this, and that type of error could cost a game.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a close game, I thought it would be just like the Giants to blow this lead and come back and they get 9 runs, and come back and win it. Hold on, what do we got going here? What am I? Let me stop the screen. I don't know if you guys saw the play, watched it closely, but this is the things I like to point out because it gets overlooked in a 10-3 win, right? Everybody says all happy, nobody's bringing this stuff up, but let me bring it up. You know what? I'll talk over it. We'll turn the sound off, and we'll just I'll give it a play-by-play. All right. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Give it a play-by-play. Here we go. Popped up on the infield. Devers just sitting there watching. Oh, I better run. It's going to turn fair. Oh, it's really fair. Oh, crap. I beat it. I'm safe. Save my ass. Please be safe. Oh, shoot. They're going to challenge. Oh, crud. They're going to challenge this thing. My goodness. Look at my face. What did I just do?
The challenge took like 3 minutes. I thought at a certain point they were going to call him safe because that was the call on the field.
Yeah, there he is. He's out. But this is what you want to know why you're 21 games below 500, now 20 with Rafi Devers? Because he's not a winner, people. He's not a winner. Look, this is people want to say I'm too critical. I look for things to be critical. Team, you're tied for the worst record in the National League. Coming in today, you're 11 games under 500. How do you get out of these kind of funks? Is hard work, hustle, and you just show the fans that the dude's getting paid $27 to $30 million a year. My goodness. You can't jog at least? I mean,
he was paid $40,000 for that at bat. $40,000. That's what he gets per at bat.
Oh my goodness.
So for $40,000 for a decent vehicle, you should
look. We can point out the positives, and there were plenty today. The bullpen was stellar, going 4 1/3 innings, no runs, punching guys out. I think they had a total of the bullpen had Gage alone had 4 strikeouts. He struck out all 4 of his outs were strikeouts. Henches struck out 2, and Peguero struck out 1. So they had 7 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Hauser looked great until the 5th inning. Why
does Tony V have Peguero pitch 2 innings? I don't.
Probably my guess today was the fact that they were up big and maybe just
right. But don't you usually have like one of those a guy that's more of a starter do that. Like,
Yeah, I
someone
agree.
who's a little more stretched out. Like Wynn could pitch 2. Brubaker could pitch 2. Peguero can pitch 2, but I don't think he's used to pitching 2.
Yeah, he's 29 pitches too, so he's unavailable for tomorrow now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tony doesn't seem to understand that. I mean, traditionally, bullpen guys come in, pitch an inning, and then the next guy pitches an inning. And then in other situations, you have longer guys that can eat innings if you need to. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but if it's me managing, I probably have him pitch 1 and then go to somebody else. Now he got, the game was pretty much out of reach. It wasn't that stressful of a situation, but I just see it every game where he has people pitch an inning and 2/3 as opposed to one inning. People come in for the last out and then they sit down and come back into the next inning and pitch an inning, and then he doesn't do the inning break things where guys come in, get their 3, and they're done for the day.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of odd. Yeah. Good job, Nick 7 says this is a tired take, Dan. If that was Bonds, he would have done the exact same thing. This is pointless in a blowout game. This team still sucks, but he's not getting benched, so why talk about it? Well, to compare him with Bonds, a little different. Bonds
would have walked twice and hit a home run in the same game also.
Yeah. Bonds, if he didn't hustle, he also hits over 300, hits home runs, drives in runs, walks, and played mostly on winning teams except for 2004 through 7. But the point of this is that it doesn't look good when you're struggling and you're losing games badly, and he's been struggling, striking out like 30% of the time, 3 times last night. It's not a good look. That's why I'm pointing it out, because this is part of the reason why teams lose. You lose because you have a losing mentality. You don't, or let me put it a different way. Let me put it in a positive spin. You don't have a winning mentality. Does that make sense more? The Giants don't have a winning mentality. Winners, when you're struggling, you have to do all the extras to make sure, I'll just put it this way. Even Chapman, he didn't hustle that pop-up he should have easily been on second base. It wasn't super close, but they did throw to second.
He made it to second.
He did, yeah, he made it to second, but it was closer than it should have been. I'm just telling you,
I thought he was okay on there.
A younger player would have been on second base much quicker because they're hungrier. The Giants vets do not lead by example. That's the problem.
Chapman made
with
it to second base. I think that
made
Devers,
it to second, but
I think Devers and Adames wouldn't have made it to second base.
I don't know, but Chapman didn't hustle on the play. If you look at it, the ball went. It dropped and then it got kicked, and he still barely made it. If he had been running full speed, like a Casey Schmitt would have been doing or a Drew Gilbert would have been doing, they would have rounded first base in halfway. Now, the other thing is, I will say this. When you're running like that, you don't know where the ball is going to drop. You can't go too far between first and second, because if it drops and it pops right into his hand, you're going to get doubled off. So you do have to be a little careful. He did take off to second, I think, once he saw the ball got kicked. And
now,
so
another play, though,
I will give him that.
You have to give Devers credit on the play where he was on first and he advanced to third. He pushed the issue. He wheeled it around on Chapman's single and turned Chapman's single into a double because they
Correct.
were,
Yeah,
and
he did.
I was happy with
one.
Devers on that one. That was earlier in the game, I think, right?
Yeah, Devers today was 1 for 5. He's at 240. Chapman's all the way up to 234 because he's got a couple of hits the last 2 nights that were gifts.
Oh, wow.
He
Almost
got the
a career high.
Yeah, he got the double today. And didn't he get one last night that was similar type play that I think he got
I think so.
I think he got yeah. So Chapman's benefited from a couple doubles. Susak drove first pitch for a nice hit in that inning where they were rallying, which was good. Arraez, man, he just continues to hit, right?
He's unbelievable.
That triple was awesome.
Wotus was thinking about sending him, and but he didn't, thankfully. But that was a heck of a hit, and he was booking too to get over there.
Bader gets second life after the pop-up in foul territory that Vargas missed the second one of the inning, and then it's the grand slam, man. Vargas basically, I love the fact, now see, that's what a coach does. Will Venable, why don't you explain what happened there with the replacement of third baseman Vargas about the sunglasses?
Oh, well, yeah, he didn't go get a pair of sunglasses the first time, and so then the second time, he did end up with sunglasses at the end of the inning, but for some reason he wasn't wearing them, and it ended up biting him.
Oh, I thought you said he replaced him. He didn't replace him.
No, that was Kruk and Kipe were relaying a story that happened years ago. Where somebody needed sunglasses and he missed a pop up, and then he asked the dugout for sunglasses, and the manager sent out another second baseman instead of sunglasses. He sent out a second baseman with sunglasses. I was about to hop on here, so I was just hearing that story. I don't know the names and the details, but I can listen to the podcast later.
I love that. I thought you mentioned this happened today. Yeah,
no,
Vargas,
not today.
Vargas is in the next inning with sunglasses on. Dude, you missed a pop up that would have ended the inning on Chapman. Nobody on. Chapman gets on. After Chapman gets on, Susak comes up, and I think he walked. And then Eldridge came up. Didn't he walk too? Summary. Let me look.
Eldridge walked, yes.
Okay, so yeah, that was in the bottom of the sixth. And then Bader, after Vargas has already missed a pop-up to extend the inning, never saw the ball. You'd think like, hey, you know what? I'm having a hard time seeing these pop-ups. Let me call timeout and go run and get some sunglasses. No. So Bader comes up, hits a pop-up similar to Pablo Sandoval catching Game 7, the last out. Wasn't that far in foul territory, but it was, 4 or 5 feet foul territory. He just basically ends up kind of quitting on the play because he doesn't see it, and it bounces up 2 feet from conking him on the head. You think, hey, maybe I should get some sunglasses now. Nope. Bader, grand slam. So that's where a manager, if you want to make a statement, especially to a young team, just send out a new third baseman, dude. Here, see these? What I would have done, let's pretend these are sunglasses. I would have run out there like this as the fielder running. Here you go. No, coach said, get out. You're out. I'll wear them. Jeez, man. I guess a teammate wouldn't do that to a teammate, but a coach could. Man. So what do you want V to do? Bench him? You have no idea how the chemistry of a dugout is. Never said to bench Devers. Oh, they're talking. Just said Tony Vitello might not be the guy for the job. Okay. I'm reading some of the comments.
Well, maybe he will sometime in the next 2 years become the right guy for the job because he's not going anywhere.
Let's hope not. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I hope he figures it out in the team. But the Giants have a chance to come back tomorrow, win the series, go 9 below, and then they get Arizona again, who just swept them. Now go ahead and win 5 in a row, right? Go ahead and win this one tomorrow, and
just
then
lost
sweep
4 in a row. They need to win 4 in a row.
Yeah, sweep Arizona. You need to win 5 in a row to get ahead of where you were. So if you can get to 5 under, all of a sudden 5 under doesn't seem like, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves. That's not going to happen. Okay.
We're 10 under right now. And you're thinking, well, if we just get to 5 under, that's a long way away.
I don't see that happening. I wouldn't be surprised. Tomorrow's is the matchup is Schultz against Ray. Is Schultz an opener again, or is he a starter? I don't know much about the White Sox because it is a lefty, and Giants don't always do great against lefties. So we'll see. It
was funny to me at the start of this game how they did the opener to get through the first couple of lefties the Giants have, and I'm like, boy, Venable is sure managing a lot to get around these Giants hitters. I mean, why do you have to jump through all these hoops to get him out one time? It's just send anyone out there, pump some fastballs. You're going to get Devers out.
Instant says Giants lose tomorrow 8-3. We'll see about Robbie Ray tomorrow. He does pitch better a lot at home. We'll see.
He was horrible last time, so he needs to bounce back.
He was very bad last time. Yeah. So, but Casey Schmitt goes yard, and he's got 10 on the year. People who said I'm nuts for saying Casey's 20-plus home run guy at the beginning of the year during spring training. I said he's
going to change it to 30 now.
He's on a pace for 30 because they're not a third of the way through. They're almost, they're almost. He's actually on pace for 30 now. I do think if he stays healthy, I think he hits 25. I think he hits 25. This guy has a lot of power. He goes to right field. You saw the sac fly. That was nicely done. We got down 2 strikes, fought back. That was a key point. That was the first run of the game.
Yeah, the sac fly, that was good. But, what he's good at is when they make a mistake, he punishes them. He actually hits mistakes. A lot of guys right now make a mistake and accidentally throw it down the middle against Devers, and he swings and misses through it, right down the middle. But Casey is, and especially inside, he is just turning and cranking them.
Yeah, and he can go the opposite way. This is what a true hitter is, a guy that can hit the outside pitch and drive it to right, hit the inside pitch and get those wrists opened up quickly and boom. Casey now is batting on the season at 291 with an 864 OPS. If he does anything over 260 for the season and drives in hits 25 homers and probably on pace for 80 RBIs, I would think at this point. Let me see what the Giants leaders are when it comes to team stats. I don't know if they have it updated. We'll see if it's updated. 10 homer. Casey has 26 RBIs. So he's on pace for about 75, right in there.
Bader added 4 more RBIs to his total today.
Yeah, Bader has, when it comes to RBIs, Bader has 13.
As of today?
As of today, 13. Chapman only has
13,
16, but Bader's missed most of the season.
Right, yeah. Well, those grand slams add up.
Yeah, 2 of them. Now, Arraez has 18 RBIs. Ramos has 20 and Devers has 20. The home runs is interesting to me because Schmidt with 10, it's Devers and Adames with 6. And Adames and Devers, I think Adames has missed 1 game, Devers none. Casey's probably missed 7, 8 games. How many games has Casey played in this year? He's probably sat 7 or 8 times.
Maybe
Let's
I'd
see.
say more like 4, maybe.
What they're 21-31, right? They played 52 games. 52 games. I'll tell you how many Casey's played this year. Casey has been in
Patrick Bailey got his second home run. You see that?
I did see that with Cleveland the other day.
Yeah. So he's got 2 now. Chapman only 1.
Okay, the Giants have played 52 games. Casey's played in 44. So he's missed 8. And he's leading he's leading in homers and in RBIs. He's missed 8 games. Now you can't keep benching this guy to play Chapman and Adames and Devers when
they have not been benching him lately.
George Curry says he's missed about 5 games. Sorry, George, I was right. 8. I said 7 or 8. It's 8.
Now, how many of those 8 games did they lose?
I don't even know which games he's missed. I just looked at his baseball reference page. It said he's played in 43 games. Today was 44. So they played 52, and he's played in 44 games. Yeah.
They played 51.
No, they're 21-31.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. 52. Correct.
Yeah. So he's actually missed 8 games. I don't think he should miss another game unless there's, he's tired or some aggravating injury or something. But he's finally, and I thought, my first thing on Casey today, the left field, the ball that went over his head, my first reaction was, looked like he may have been able to catch it. And then when they showed the replay, it looked like maybe he played it right. He still might have been able to catch it if he would have went back and jumped, and he would have had to crash into the wall. But he took the safer.
Right. Played it off the wall.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I thought that was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. Eldridge, I thought, had a good game. He's not trying to hit home runs. He got a couple of base hits, and then he came up with the 2 on, and it looked like they didn't want to mess with him, and they kind of pitched around him, and he took the walk, which I thought was good, and let the next guy come up and do the damage, and he did. So
he's got his average up to 179, but he's hitting the ball hard.
Oh, that first base hit was 210, I think. I mean, in batting practice,
210 or 110.
I mean, 110, yeah.
If he had a ball 210, that would be something.
No, in the second baseman, you heard what happened yesterday. In batting practice, he hit a line drive and smoked the second baseman of the White Sox in the back, and that's why he missed the game yesterday.
Who missed the game yesterday?
Mydroth.
Oh, who hit the ball?
Eldridge.
I'm confused.
Before the game, he was taking some swings, and he lined one and hit it off the back of the second baseman.
Oh, okay.
I think that's who it was.
Interesting.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
We could look at yesterday's box score and see if Mydroth was
whoever wasn't in there.
Mydroth was in there.
It must be someone else.
Vargas was in there. Montgomery was in there. Antonucci. Must have been a backup.
Was it Kalenic?
Oh, Gerald Kalenic?
Was he there yesterday?
No, he didn't play yesterday. But he played today, right?
Yeah. Whoever it was back today, but I got the name wrong. So
yeah. Interesting. Well, big crowd out there today. Pretty interesting, that the Giants are still drawing on the weekends like crazy. I don't know what it is that people, they got their money's worth today finally. I mean, that's what you got to do when you have a big crowd like that. They put up, 9 runs in the 4th and 5th innings. 14 hits today, no errors. So they played fundamentally sound defense. The only error was the mental error, really, by Devers. But look, if the Giants were playing 500 ball or over 500 ball, I wouldn't even bring up the thing with Devers. It just stands out because they've been so bad, and he's not been that good. So
yeah, definitely.
You know, people want to say, "Why am I picking on it?" Because it's not a good look when you're struggling, you know, and you make that kind of money. Like the Crook and Kipe said, when you got this big of a crowd, you got to show up and play for your fans. You know, it doesn't look good when he's flying down the line all of a sudden and he gets called out by this much, you know. It just it's like, oh crap, I got to run. Yeah, 3-day weekend. That's right. Memorial Day, Monday. So, in fact, the Giants play on Monday at 2:05. So it is a Memorial Day game instead of a night game.
The Giants have a lot of day games coming up. Most of them.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And then although the next homestand, they've only got out of 6, they've got a Wednesday afternoon and a Sunday. They've got a Saturday night game against the Cubs. And that's it. Yeah. Then they got the A's at the end of the month on a Wednesday and a Sunday against Atlanta. But I would love to see more day games. You know, but we got to get those Tuesday night funky uniforms in there, you know, the City Connects. We got to put
those
City
would not
Connects.
do well in the daytime.
Yeah, they'd be hot.
And they're barely tolerable at night.
Yeah. So Eddie pays $18. You pay $18 a month or a game? That's got to be a month, right?
Better not be a game.
Tell me that's a month, Eddie. And no, that's not the road trip, Anthony. That was the homestand. I was looking at the orange. Yep, a month. Okay. I pay nothing to watch every Major League Baseball game that's out there. I pay $0. Why? Because I run NorCal Sports Network, and Major League Baseball says we're going to give you free chance to watch. No, I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile, man. They're sponsored.
Well, you pay for T-Mobile, though, so.
Yeah, I pay for T-Mobile, but it's cheaper than Verizon and cheaper than AT&T. Yep. And my plan will never go up. I'm grandfathered. I have a plan. My price is locked in. And I get Netflix, and I get MLB, and I get something else. Some other perks.
But yeah, deal.
Yeah, MLB, man. Now, if I was in the Bay Area, my games would be blacked out, and I'd have to buy that package that Eddie's talking about.
Right.
No, Steve, books. I just have their cellular service, not their home internet. I think it's through their cellular service only. But it's too late for this year. They only open it up for like a week, the open enrollment for getting the MLB app, which is like right a day or so before the season opens and for the first week of the season. So, yeah, I used to pay for it. I used to pay about $100. It was like $100 a year just to watch the Giants. And it was like $125 if you wanted every team. So, heck, for $25, man, I like. There's sometimes you just want to watch a good baseball game, right? So now you guys can get the MLB app, but you get blocked, right, for the Giants and A's.
Not here. I don't know if Bay Area people can get it, right?
Can you
MLB?
get the Giants in with MLB in SAC?
Yeah.
So you don't have to use the NBC. You don't have to use cable then.
Oh, I don't have cable.
Streaming,
yeah.
stream on. Yeah, Giants, Dallas. Nothing really to complain about for me except for the Devers thing today. Now, we'll see if they can back it up tomorrow. Can they show up tomorrow and keep hitting? I was surprised. Were you surprised that Arraez got that triple? Because they usually guard triples alley, and that guy was not. I guess Arraez though is a little. I think you got to play Arraez probably more straight up because he can hit the ball down the right field line too. And if you're playing triples alley, that's a triple down the line because by the time the right fielder runs over,
he tried to get it and it got by him, and then it rolled into the corner, and he had to chase it down.
Yeah, interesting. But we'll see. Will I be wearing which black hat tomorrow? Will I be wearing this one or this one?
I mean, who knows? You could make all the guesses you want, but in reality, we don't know what team is going to show up tomorrow.
No, you don't. What do you think is going to happen? Let's talk about this. Let's go. It's May 23rd. Let's venture off to June 15th, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's June 15th? It's a day off. June 16th, they're in Atlanta for 3. Who's playing left field on June 16th? Is it Elliot Ramos?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Where's Casey Schmitt playing? Where's Bryce Eldridge playing? Because if Bryce Eldridge keeps hitting like he has the last couple of days, showing that he can, what's going to happen with this team? Let's get some predictions. Wait a minute. This isn't true. Tell me this. My buddy Dave Fleming didn't call Matt Chapman a future Hall of Famer. Please.
He didn't today, so this must be old news.
Okay, good. I didn't hear him. I don't listen to the radio. I listen to so I hope that is not the case. Robbie Ray pitches tomorrow.
Dave Fleming's doing the NBC game, national game, Blue Jays.
Oh, there's a hot take. That's
what I was insane. While Dan was talking there, I Googled when the trade deadline was. It's August 3rd.
Yeah.
And when he said 3rd. June 15th, that's a ways away from the trade deadline. But that was my first thought, is that Casey would be playing second base and Arraez would be gone. But I don't know. It depends on how well the Giants are playing, If they go on a winning streak, then they might not want to trade him right away.
"21 games before that June 16th game against Atlanta. So 21 more games. They're 21-31. Let's play a little prognostication, shall we? All right, we got 21 games. Let's see where Dallas is. I was right at 20-30. Let's see where they're going to be when they've played 73 games. All right, here we go, Dallas. Tomorrow, White Sox, Giants. Who you got?
Giants.
Of course. I knew that. Why did I ask? I'm going to take the White Sox. 3 against Arizona. What do you got there?
I think they lose 2-3 to Arizona.
Okay.
I just think it's a bad matchup.
We're in agreement. Okay. So you're 2-2. I'm 1-3. Colorado at Colorado, 3 games.
Giants sweep Colorado.
Sweep?
Yes.
I'm going to say the Giants win. I said 1, but I'm going to say they win 2.
Okay.
So, okay, let me get this. I've got 1 win, 2 Colorado, 1 Arizona. I've got 3 wins. All right. Now we go to Milwaukee for 4.
I think it's a split.
I got the Brewers winning 3.
Okay.
They go to the Cubs for 3.
I think the Giants will only win 1 in that series.
I'm leaning toward a sweep of the Cubs.
Giants are going to sweep the Cubs?
No, the Giants are going to get swept. But I'm gonna say the Giants get 1.
Okay.
They come home to Washington for 3.
I think the Giants play well against the Nationals. They win 2 out of 3.
I'm gonna give the Giants 1.
At home?
Yep. Washington.
Okay.
Giants lost to Washington or beat Washington twice in Washington, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Washington's they hit the ball. They score 4 runs, 5 runs. The Giants are in trouble. I'm going to give Washington the Giants win 1 against the Cubs at home.
At home, Giants will win 2 out of 3.
I'm going to go the same there too, because they've played well against the Cubs at home. All right, so I've got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 wins in 20. That means 8-13. 8-13. Let's see. 8. Maybe 9-12. So what did you have them? How many wins do you have in that?
Let me count them.
You count them. I'm going to go 8-13. That'll bring the Giants to 21, 29, and I'm going 29-44. I've got the Giants after when they go to play Atlanta. If that's the case, you might see Arraez gone. If they're do better, if all of a sudden they're 7 or 8 under, I don't think they make a trade that early. Johnny Chisari says 1-6 when they have the Cubs. Yeah. I went 2-5. I think at 1-6 might work too, Johnny. What'd you come up with wins wise? Let's see. You came up with 1 tomorrow, 1 against Arizona, 2. You got a sweep in Colorado. That's 5. You got a split in Milwaukee. That's 7. You got 1 in Chicago. That's 8. You got 2 home against Washington. That's 10. And you got 2 against the Cubs, 12. You've got a 12-9 record, Dallas.
Yes.
You're going to stick with that?
12-9. Yeah, I think that's good.
Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. He's suffering from CTE. Dallas has Larry Bear syndrome. He works for Greg Johnson. He's a full-time homer. He's on the Giants payroll. Dallas has CTE. Help him get free.
All right. I think that's all right. We got it in.
You were looking for it.
You said it, you put it on a platter for me. You teed it up. Hey,
Well, I got him sweeping the Rockies, so that's
Dallas,
2 extra games.
Dallas Rothberg. I like it. What happens if they actually go into Colorado and get swept? Oh my gosh, that would be disastrous because they usually hit pretty well there, though.
Yeah.
I missed that skit at the end of the game. What'd they do? I didn't see it. Gravy says he'll take that bet. 12-9. Dallas.
I'm not betting on it. I'm just telling you what I think. It'd be stupid to bet on this team right now.
Yeah.
They can't string together. Have they won 3 games in a row? Once, I think, this season. They've won 3 in a row.
Did you miss your meds? Did you take your meds this morning?
I may have forgotten them this morning.
Yeah, I was wondering because last night you were starting to feel better and looked like you were healing. We had this song all ready for you. This one was your this is when we know that Dallas is feeling better when he brings this song.
Dallas is getting healed from CTE. He's getting tired of watching this complete pile of excrement. He says he can no longer work for Greg Johnson. He wants completely free of Larry Bear. He said he's repenting of his SF Giant sins. He wants to be set free, but he's still struggling with hanging on. He's losing hope by the day, but still thinks that it's possible for a 10-game win streak and back to 500. Dallas get free of CTE and accept the fact that this team is headed for 90-plus losses.
There we go.
We'll see.
See.
This is game 1 of a 10-game winning streak. Imagine how many of the people in this chat will be singing a different tune.
Yeah, it would be great if Dallas had the last laugh on here, wouldn't it? That would be just tremendous. I think we would all be kind of shocked, but we'd be happy shocked. We'd be happy shocked. So, hey guys, while you're watching, you guys can be actually here on NorCal Sports Network. You can actually be making some money off these Giants. That's right. All you've got to do is go to PrizePicks, and we'll get that promo code right up there on the screen. Use that promo code NCSN right there. NCSN. Use that promo code. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app. You build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. For example, you can choose Rafi Devers to strike out more than once in a game. You can throw in Matt Chapman as a strikeout more than once. You only need to get 4 right. There's 2 squares on your bingo card already filled up, right? Those are free. Those are like free spaces. Just take Devers and Chapman to strike out. You got a pretty good chance that's going to happen. And right now, when you new users get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5. That's right. You play 5, they put 50 into your account. That's pretty cool. PrizePicks available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today or go to the link in this description. Click on that. And if you use the app, make sure you download NCSN or put in the promo code, because that's how we get bonuses from PrizePicks. So make sure you use that code NCSN because PrizePicks is all over the social media right now, and they're dominating the space. And go ahead and use PrizePicks. It's good to be right. All right. We also got another sponsor that we want to thank, and that is Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, been with us for over a year now. Chapman Law Group, 415-613-9483. Make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs. You got a personal injury situation, reach out to Chapman Law Group. The call's free. The consultation's free. And if they represent you in a personal injury, it's free. You don't pay for anything if you don't win your case. So make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call. All right. And then we'll get to another sponsor. I think if we get a chance to, we'll close out with Sean Proctor Real Estate. Chapman Law Group, we are sorry we didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. Okay. Angels. Oh, you're going to the worst team in baseball tomorrow. Wow. Fact, worst team in baseball by, I'm pretty sure, pretty decent margin, if I'm not mistaken. Aren't the Angels worst record in baseball? Why don't we pull up the standings if we can? Let's see.
They're 18-34.
Wow. Schedule. Where's my standings on the MLB app? We don't get it. Oh, there we go. Standings. All right. We're going to pull up the standings right here, take a peek at those and see what's going on around Major League Baseball. There you have it. Dodgers on top of the Padres by a half a game. Giants 10.5 back, sitting at 21-31. Runs scored 187. Is that the worst in baseball? Ooh, the Red Sox have 189. So the Giants have the lowest runs scored in all of baseball with 187. And that's after putting up 10 today, which is usually like 4 games for the Giants to get 10 runs. So Atlanta running away with the National League East. Look at that, 36-17. This team's on fire. And they just lost their catcher, Drake Baldwin, for a few weeks with an oblique. The Phillies, they were 9-19 when the Giants went to Philadelphia, and now they're 25-26. So and then look at the National League Central. Every team 500 or better. Pretty crazy. Brewers, what do? They just win. I don't know how they do it. They just keep winning. They don't spend the money and they win. Tampa Bay, look at that record. They're 5.5 games ahead of the Yankees now. And Toronto, last year's almost world champions, out away, are struggling this year, 25-27. Baltimore continues to struggle. They had that rebuild, and it's not seeming to work too well. That's because Baltimore has never got any pitching. They just don't have good pitching. Cleveland doing it again. And look at the Detroit Tigers. Dallas, do you know what this means with Detroit being this low and this far
What's
back?
it mean?
It means if it keeps up, Tariq Skubal's getting traded at the deadline. Somebody's going to get Tariq Skubal, and it'll probably be a team like the Dodgers.
Do they need a pitcher?
Well, they can use a pitcher for the playoffs. You can't count on Blake Snell coming back. So Tariq Skubal, I mean, they can go with Yamamoto, Ohtani, and Skubal, right? Because their other starters
That's pretty good.
Rough. You got, I mean, Skubal would look good in Atlanta too. Somebody's gonna pay for Tariq Skubal, and it's gonna be a bidding war because somebody should strike early in July. But they got to wait and see Skubal come back from his surgery. Make sure that those, whatever they had, he had loose bone fragments or something like that in the elbow. But Skubal with the Tigers, unless the Tigers make a run, they'd be foolish not to get rid of him because he's walking. They're not going to re-sign him. So Skubals go. Jose Soriano with the Angels. What are the Angels doing? Look at the Angels' record. They got Soriano, who's been killing it this year for the Angels, just pitching out of his mind. And
well, they're going to turn it around now. Wade Meckler hit a 3-run homer yesterday.
Yeah, and he made a nice diving catch into the left field. Out in foul territory, ran right into the wall.
Insane will have to wear his Meckler jersey tomorrow.
Yeah. So Soriano should get traded. If I'm the Angels, I'm trading him right now. Get me a sell high. What are the Maniason brothers doing? Why are you hanging on to? If I'm the Angels, I also go to Mike Trout. Say, look, you want to stay here? I know you got a no trade clause, or would you like to go to a competitive team? Right now, sell on Mike Trout. He's not hurt, and he's playing really well. He's one of the top, 10, 20 players in all of baseball this year. Maybe top 10, I think. I don't know if he's fallen off. Let me take a peek at Mike Trout and see if he's actually fallen back at all. Trout. Mike Trout is, one sec here. Yeah, he's top 15 right now, pretty much across baseball. Why aren't you trading, Angels? What do you think you're going to do? Have a renaissance bounce back? Give me a break. This is why do people have executive jobs that can't do the job? How does this happen? This is just drives me insane. No pun intended, insane, but drives me insane when I see executives get these jobs and they don't even know how to do. Look, you suck. You suck, Angels. You're not winning. You need bodies. You need good young players to try and turn it around for your future. Move Trout, move Soriano, heck, move Joe Adele. Start a rebuild.
Pick a lane, Angels. Pick a lane.
Come on, jeez. I don't get it. So yeah, there's been talk about some circles of social media, Dallas, that talks about the Managian brothers, more particularly Zach Managian, saying that maybe he might be the fall guy if the Giants
Zach
have
himself
to make
is saying he's going to be the fall guy.
No, that some social media outlets are saying they think Zach Managian will be the guy that gets the axe if this thing continues to spiral downhill.
Based on? What's that based on?
Well, the Buster's not getting fired and Tony's not getting fired.
Right, but maybe Zach's not getting fired either.
Well, let's just bring it back. Why don't we?
Well, I mean, if they continue to make moves, if they can move one of those big contracts and they can, continue to try, if they trade away people at the deadline. I mean, they did pretty well at that last year. Now they've got more things they can move at the deadline this year. And, it's just kicking this season and trying to get what you can from it and move on to next season. But I don't know if there necessarily has to be a fall guy, but a lot of people on social media think Tony Vitello is the fall guy. And I just don't believe that's going to happen. I think people are very reactionary. He's going to be here a couple of years at least.
Yeah. It seems like he would. You know, if I think if I am, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right. If I'm running the oops, do we have this? Hold on here. Not getting this pulled up right. It's not working. All right. Let's see if we can get this. Here. Oops, we messed up again.
Johnny, I think you're stuck with him leading off until
Adames?
Until Lee is back.
All right. Here's what I'm doing with the Giants. Most of the roster. And I'm going to put Manasian as the driver of the bus. All right. I am getting this roster that belongs on the short bus. Okay. We're getting the Giants on the short bus and we're sending them out. Zach Manasian is the driver of the short bus, and we're going to move Devers. We're going to put Chapman on the bus. We're going to put who else can go on the bus? Adames, Chapman, Devers. Let's get them on the short bus. Get them out of here because they don't get the luxury big bus ride. So I just move these guys out, move them out, and you might have to put Buster on that bus too, just because I'm not sure if this organization has what it takes to put together, even if they said we're going to do a rebuild. I don't know if I trust these guys to know what they're doing. I mean,
I think it's too soon to know.
Yeah. I mean, I lost a lot of confidence listening to Buster Posey on Murph and Marcus a couple days ago.
I don't know what it's supposed to say. I mean,
well,
I think they're going to be all over him because they're losing right now. But it's like maybe he could have had some answers ready to go or something so he could give coach speak or whatever to get through it. But I don't know what else he could say right now. He's not going to reveal what his plans anyway. What's the even point of doing the interview? It's like,
because it's kind of part of the gig, the radio station's a flagship. We're paying for you guys. So we get Buster, we get Kruko.
Right. But of course he's going to say, we're not going to rebuild. Of course, he's going to say,
"Yeah, exactly."
We're working with Eldridge. We're going to get him in there. It's it's going to be day to day. He can't commit to playing him every game, so he's not going to say we're playing him every.
Well, I think there's ways you can do it without tipping your hand. You could say, "We have not played well. I have not done my job as well as what's needed to put us in a position to win." And all I can say is I'm not happy with this, and I'm not going to settle with this. And however it turns out as far as direction we go, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not going to be I can tell you this. If things don't turn around, it's not going to be status quo around here. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, I don't think he goes that far. He can say that what you said about it's unacceptable. We need to be winning, whatever. Of course, he's going to say that. He didn't say that, but maybe it would have made you feel better. But he's not going to say, yes, I'm getting rid of all these high-paid people. You know, he can't say that.
He didn't have to say that. He just got to say not acceptable. He doesn't have to give any hints of who's might be going. He's just going to say we're not going to stay status quo if things don't turn around. Yeah, exactly, Steve. He can't admit to a rebuild in some ways because he will probably get less. Although St. Louis, got rid of their guys. It all depends on the timing. You've got to be ready to pounce if the market capitalizes itself. You got to be knowing what teams out there are looking for. And when something happens around Major League Baseball, such as an injury to a key player, you got to be on the phones. You just lost your third baseman. Hello, Buster Posey here.
It's going to be. We will learn throughout the course of the rest of the season exactly, from now till the trade deadline, what if that's the case. His moves are going to tell us what his plan is more so than what he's going to say in an interview.
Somebody's got
a hostile interview.
Somebody loses a third baseman. I got 3 third basemen here. I got Devers, Chapman, and Schmidt. Where do you want to start? Because I have then if they say they want Schmidt,
I'll take Schmidt.
Okay, that's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a lot more than it is for Devers and Chapman.
I don't want Chapman.
Well, we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you to take him.
Hey, Buster, Greg's on the phone. He says you're not paying anybody anything. So figure it out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, what are we going to do with Adames? Joshua is coming. Sour Shoe says, yeah, Joshua is probably a good 3 years away. Probably could be 28, but could be toward the end of 28, most likely 29. But you have time to figure out what you're going to do with Adames. But
that's why I'm not as big on getting rid of Adames, because you need a shortstop for now. If you can find a way to get rid of him, sure, do it. You can find another shortstop to fill in there, but I would try to get rid of Chapman, number one.
I think so. I think everybody's kind of talked about that. Look, that contract's going to age horribly. I mean, just think about this. Matt Chapman is 33 right now, and we're already seeing a decline. He's got 1 home run. Does he have over 200 plate appearances this year?
I hasn't taken a day off, right? He's taking 1 day off.
2.
Okay. He has 7 errors, right?
Let's take a look. Matt Chapman. He's had 189 at bats. Count today's. How many did he have
plate
today?
Appearances.
How many at bats did he have today? 4
at bats. He had
3 or 4. 2 for 3.
3 today. 2 for 3.
Okay, yeah, 1 was that gift. So he's had 192 at bats, 1 home run. Whereas, some of your better power hitters have a home run every 10 to 16 at bats. Adames is 1 at 192. I mean, so that tells me that the decline has started, and you got him for 4. This isn't like, your political rally where 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. right? And the crowd's going crazy for 4 more years.
Yeah. 4 years
It's
is
like-
easier to move than 7 years.
But 4 more years when you're done? 4 more years, Buster. What the heck were you thinking? I called it out when they did it. I was like flabbergasted. I was shocked. I should pull up my reaction on the show when they did that. I said, you're going to live to regret this quick. This guy.
Everybody, even that said it, it was like can't expect the last year of the contract, the last 2 years to actually.
How about the last
be
5
worthwhile.
years?
Yeah, that's what it turned out to be.
year.
But people were already writing off the last 2 as just like something you had to throw in to get the job done, to get the deal done.
To me, I think the whole Bay Area media is when I say the whole Bay Area media, I'm talking about those closest to the Giants. There's a disease there. There's a disease, and it might be CTE. Susan Slusser. Oh, the Giants are she's talking to somebody the other day. Let me see if I can pull this up. The Giants are losing because they're not winning series. Oh yeah, hey, great clue. Hey, great observations, Susan. Jeez. Let me see if I can pull this up.
It's not even the losing the series is their big problem. It's getting swept 4 times now. Is it 4 sweeps?
Four times, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of games.
Yeah. Hold on here. Where is this? Where did I do with it? It's in here somewhere on my phone. I'm scrolling. I get some text. Well, I may not be able to find it. I got too many texts. But yeah, Susan was basically talking to somebody. I can't even remember who it was. It might have been FP, but yeah, if the Giants lose, they can't win. She just made some bizarre statement. But anyway, the media itself, they don't call out the Giants that much. They don't say this is not a good team. Some do. But we'll see where this goes. But what do we got? Can someone text me? Christopher, I don't know if you have my number, you could text me. What do we got?
Well, now Schmidt's in the celebration.
The Giants come back with a day game, and Mike, they put it to the White Sox in the 4th and 5th inning, and they needed this one.
Well, they really did. You said it after last.
What the heck? Softball after softball. Yeah. What is this? What do we have here? We have somebody calling us low rent. Well, thanks to Jeffrey Pond for that nice Jeffrey. Okay.
Hey, Jeff, why do you even come in here if you're going to be this negative about the channel and the sponsors?
Yeah, man.
Just there's no point. I mean, If you don't like the show, if you don't like listening to the sponsors, then don't come in here. Just get the hell out of here.
There you go, Dallas. Yeah, tell Jeffrey Pond. Whatever, dude. I don't know. According to our views, we're getting more views than just about anybody covering the Giants, and that includes the big boys. So when I'm talking about the Pavlovic and Kipe, yeah, we're getting as many views as anybody. So people seem to like watching the stuff. But here we go. Oh, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see.
They're 20 and 30. Susan, good morning. Happy Friday.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Murph and Marcus, how are you?
Hey, Susan.
All right, let's see if we can pull this up. Let's see if we can pull.
I've got Vitello when you're done with that.
Oh, go ahead. You can do that now.
Okay. Share my screen. If I play this, can you hear it?
It was a beautiful day.
Yep.
Okay.
So we kind of talked a little bit last night of it's a buzzkill when you don't give them a little bit of satisfaction for what they're providing to us. So I think the guys see it and they feel it, and I do think it influences. Heck, when guys have trouble communicating on a fly ball or it's a big moment.
What happened to the volume? Did he mute or did you?
With,
Oh, there
with
we go.
everyone's
My
shirt
bad.
off and everybody going bananas. So that's there. Look, you're talking what, top 3 parks in the entire Major League Baseball. The weather during the day here is incredible. It's obviously a little cooler at night, but it's always a good environment. The city's popping. I mean, I haven't been around that much, but give the mayor credit or whoever credit. I mean, the place seems to be popping. So we got all the ingredients for what we need, and the people seem to be loyal and sticking with this team. Yeah, I'm sure there's people got some negative things to write, or it's easy for, to get a tweet, to get a follow or a hit if it's something negative. But really, it's kind of been astounding at how positive everybody's been and how much I think they are sticking with the team. And I think our guys recognize, hey, at the very least, raise a little hell or show a little personality or at least show a little fight each day. And obviously wins are a little bonus there too. So hopefully we can keep pushing forward with all that stuff.
Hopefully.
Ooh, FP Santangelo bringing the heat toward Larry Krueger.
Yeah. I almost brought that up on the show yesterday, but I ran out of time.
Larry said Matt Gage, if Matt Gage was your closer and he was wearing his Giants uniform walking down the street, no one would recognize him.
Right.
And
then FP said, everyone can have freedom of speech, but it's better if you actually show up to the ball game once in a while. He says, I haven't seen you at a game yet this year.
I know what Larry's comeback would be. He'd be like, why should I go to the ballpark and take my time out to watch that garbage? And, but FP came out today, said, hey, everybody, this is Matt Gage. He just threw an inning and a third scoreless and struck out 4. If you see him on the streets, make sure you say hi. Just having fun with you at Sports Larry K.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, well, that's funny. But Larry always gives Damon Bruce crap because he doesn't ever go down to the 49ers.
Right.
And and Larry's there every day. So I think maybe it's a little bit of that too.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, gosh. So what do we got? Politics in the chat? We don't want politics in the chat. We're not talking politics here, are we?
Looks like Jeffrey's bringing politics to it too.
Yeah. Jeffrey Pond, guess what? You just earned your trip to banned for life. See ya. Don't call me
Out of here!
Don't call me no racist with Latin players. Give me a break. Call me a racist, you idiot. Yeah. Next year, say I'll be a racist because I'm on the Asians. Yeah, I just happen to be married to one and have an adopted son and daughter from China. So, see ya. You're banned, Jeffrey Pond. Don't come back. Let's give him another see ya. Get him out of here one more time.
Out of here!
Goodbye. Jeffrey Pond, out of here. And if you come back under some other name, I'll figure out who you are. See ya. You've been banned for life. You've been given the Pete Rose NorCal Sports Network treatment. Banned for life. Yep. Start calling me a racist now. Stinking loser. Yeah. Chat'll sick on him. Sick him, chat. Where was I looking here? Oh, I wanted to go to that. See if I can find that. It was days ago. Might take me forever to find. I have to pull it up on Twitter. I can't play a YouTube. Can I? Can I play? I don't think I can play somebody else's YouTube channel.
Sure you can.
You sure?
Yeah.
Doesn't that
Do it.
Doesn't that cost you?
I don't think so. I don't think music you can't do, and content from the video stuff.
I see everybody else
MLB,
do it.
but you can play someone else's YouTube as long as you comment on it.
All right. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I've got it in a text. So how do I get it? Maybe I want to email it to, you know what? I'll just post it on X.
There you go.
There we go. I'll just repost it. Then I'll go to my post. Here we go. I didn't say anything on it. So let's, are we up here? Okay. So let's do this. Let's put here we go. We're going to put this up here and we're going to.
Hey, Susan.
I'm great. Hey, guys.
All right, Murph and Max.
You're great.
Show.
You
Murph and
weren't in
Marcus.
Arizona, right?
I was not.
Yeah.
Nope.
That was they went to Arizona, Susan, and there was like, hey, there's slight stirrings with this team. They won a series against the Pirates. They split 4 in Dodger Stadium. They won a series against the A's, who are a good young hitting team. And then, Susan, in 3 short nights or 2 nights in a day, all hell broke loose. What's your read on this 20-30 team?
They just don't seem to be able to stay on a path. You know, every time one unit starts performing well, it seems almost like a mirage, right? We see it for a series, a week, and then whatever it is goes away. They're not consistently putting together series wins. So, you know, it winning two out of 3 series, splitting one, great, but you just have to keep stacking them up. They need to get on that kind of roll, and they show us glimpses here and there, but we're just not. This team is better than what the results are showing. I still think that, but I don't know how they've managed to dig themselves a 10 games under 500 hole by essentially mid-May.
Susan,
It swept 4 times.
Lack of consistency falls more on the players, or is it any reflection of Tony Vitello's first 50 games?
Well, I think you need to throw roster construction in there too. I think there's a lot of all of that going around. I don't think you can place the blame one place, another place. My colleague Ann Killian had a column that went up on the Chronicle website yesterday. It's in the Chronicle today, basically saying Vitello and the staff might be, you know, sort of the lesser issue at this point. Certainly the offense has vastly underperformed, and that's the biggest bats This is not a mystery. They've shown signs here and there. Devers definitely looks like he's turned the corner. Chapman just has not found himself, except for that one little stretch right before they went on that awful road trip, and he kind of lost it again. Adames has been up and down. They said when Buster Posey took over last year, pitching and defense, they have the elements there, certainly defensively, to be decent, even after trading Patrick Bailey. The pitching staff, they, especially with Logan Webb down, Trevor McDonald's been terrific, but I think they need.
So what we got here, we got
much as we predicted before the season even started, has turned into an issue. They were
Susan Slusser
really very
on
good
Murph
or
and
so.
Marcus a few days ago.
Describe what little success they had then.
Let me
Some
see.
to the bullpen, but
What
that has
else
not been the case lately.
Susan Slusser of the San Francisco Chronicle wrote a great story on Casey Schmitt today. We can get into that, but you mentioned the bullpen, so let's go there. We had Buster on yesterday, and we had this sort of a contentious discussion about the bullpen where he sort of said, he basically kind of said they didn't really have a plan. At least I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. You can go back and listen for yourself. But, Ryan Walker was sort of the plan, but it didn't work out, and now they don't really know, and they're going to take it day by day and all that stuff. And so I'm looking, Susan, at this team, and I'm looking at 4 games, the 2 in Philly, the 1 in Tampa, and the 1 in Arizona. And you finished the job there like you should. You're 24-26. And while that's not awesome, it's totally doable, and you're in the mix. So you can make an argument that this whole mess is tied to not having a good closer. I mean, you could also argue with that argument, but I'm going to make that argument right now. So how do you solve it? We were just saying right before you came on, I'd say just like give the job to Keaton Wynn, see how it goes. He seems to have the best stuff. I mean, I don't know, Susan. I don't think you can keep going guessing day by day. What do you think?
First of all, I think picking out any 3 games, any team in baseball could do that. So that's a little bit of a simplistic way to look at it. But you're right. A 3-game swing either way does make the season look. It's crazy that it's just potentially a 3-game swing, which it equates essentially to 6 games. Could make that big a difference, but it kind of does. I don't have a problem as much as a lot of people do with no set closer.
Oh, come on.
But I do think you need a group of guys, if you're going to do it this way, who really can get the job done, especially when you've got lefties in the mix. I got no problem with that at all.
I've heard enough.
I mean,
Come on.
you need a set closer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been proven over and over. I mean, there's very few examples of teams that have made closer by committee work. Usually there's a guy, and if he's been used too much, then they have a second guy that comes in and mops up when they need to. But they should pick somebody and use them, and it doesn't seem like that's the case. I mean, we'll see. If Wynn gets it more often, then maybe we'll see that. But if it's, I don't know who it would be, to be quite honest. I think Keaton Wynn's stuff looks the best, but he's a guy that you can get more than 1 inning out of him. So I don't know if you want to use him in that role.
Yeah.
Gage pitched today, and he was good, but you probably want a righty in that. I think Peguero, I mean, I've said it since last year, he's the guy that has closer stuff to me, but it remains to be seen if he can have enough command to be able to do that. So I think maybe he steps up and takes the job. If he can do that, the Giants would be in a much better shape. But
yeah,
I'm not sure. But I do think that you should, in games that you can win, you should be using the good closer, the good relievers. And in games that are out of hand, you use the bad ones. And it seems like Baraki will come in as often as Hinches, or as often as, I mean, all those lefties seem like interchangeable. And you see, I don't know. I don't know who's taking what role. It's just like it's kind of a throwing darts on a dartboard, and who gets picked to come in.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have that guy. So just don't get it.
Like, honestly, when the closer is getting out of the game, I have no idea who is going to come in. It could be any of those 7 guys or however many it is.
Right.
I mean, any of them can come in at any time. You have no idea who it's going to be. So,
yeah. Yep. It's just, you just never know. You just don't know. So, hold on one second here. We're doing trying to get something here. Oh, you got to subscribe. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that. I need something free. Trying to break. How do we do that, Dallas? Let's see. Let's ask for free. I'm doing a little background stuff here. Free download. All right, see if we can get this here somewhere. Oh yeah, Pixabay. There we go. There we go. Let's see if this one works. I don't like that one. All right, we'll try this one. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can add this to the stream. Where's our sounds go? Into, they want to go into background music or sounds? More sounds, right?
I'm talking here, and can you hear me, Dan?
I can.
Okay. I was talking before, and my microphone wasn't working. So let me close this.
What is this here? What sound is this? What's that sound for? Heartbeat. We don't need that one, right?
Nope.
So how do we delete it? We can't.
Against the lefty tomorrow, I think we'll see Barracoto play instead of Gilbert.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Be fun.
Does this sound, if I play the drum roll, does that play on the... Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
How come I can't erase the heartbeat fast? It says I can hide it, but I can't delete it.
It might be one of those default ones that came with it.
Oh.
There's certain ones you can't get rid of.
Bummer. So if I want to put background music, I got to add more music. I got to drop something. What's this one? Oh, there we go. Breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news right here. According to Joe Boyd. Let me see if we still have it. I lost it. Here it is. Breaking news, everybody. Joe Boyd says this team is flawed. So just letting everybody know the Giants are flawed. Thank you for that, Joe Boyd. This is a breakout session right now. Joe Boyd has told us the Giants are flawed, and that is news to everyone here at NorCal Sports Network. Thank you, Joe, for that insight. So there's a cure. They're getting on you for the CTE now. All right. All right. Well, it's time to get out of here. So got Matthew excited. Breaking news. No, that was it. Joe told us the Giants are flawed and none of us saw it. So thank you, Joe, for the fine reporting there. And we're out of here. Let's get some music going, Dallas. Let's get this one going. Hey, we didn't even beg for likes today. Kind of beg.
We shouldn't have to beg. At
Come
this
on,
point,
everybody.
they should know the drill.
Hey, You think we'll get a like out of that kid Pond? What was it, Jeffrey Pond? Think we're going to get a like out of Jeffrey Pond? Come on, Jeff. Give us a like.
I wouldn't count on it.
Wouldn't count on it. We don't want Jeff's like. Oh, Tony Victory. Let's get out of here with Tony Victory. We didn't play it. We haven't had a chance to.
It's been so long, we forgot about it.
We forgot we had it. I did. I really did.
Out of Tennessee,
Totally forgot we had it, guys.
Smokies rise. Tony Victory.
Mark's going to be waving the
brought
hat.
his fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass.
Thought it was retired. It
But
should
he's
be.
got a way.
We only, guys,
you
look on the
believe
bright side. If you don't like this song,
Tony Victory.
you're probably only going to hear it 40 more times.
All agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea.
Do I sound like a high school teacher?
Dodgers looming, doubts run high.
Hey, guys, think of it this way. If you can't stand the song, the Giants have 110 games left. You'll probably hear this maybe 40 more times. That's only 61 wins, by the way. 49er red zone. I can't listen. I get it. Hey, some guys hate it. Tennessee. Come on, guys. It's not a bad song. It's got some.
Kind of true. Insane.
It's like. Hey, I'm not even excited for this. The last time I was excited, you know when the last time I was excited, Dallas? You know how many games it's been? We were 13-15.
Yeah.
13-15. And I was feeling pretty good, like we were turning the corner. And they went on that road trip and came back home 13-21. 13-15. We got close, Dallas. We got so close to 500. Joe Boyd. That's why Joe made the song. Joe says, get rid of everyone.
The fans hold their breath. The past weighs a ton, but he's not afraid of the job that's begun.
What the heck? Play that again. I want to see that. What the heck was that? Look at Drew Gilbert. What is he doing? This guy is. This guy's a. Just put him out there for the ninth inning if they're ahead, just to see the celebration. We got that coming back up again.
Trying to turn the sound off.
There we go. What's Casey doing? Drew. Look at this clown. Oh, my goodness. Fire Bear. All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Take care. Got us a goodbye, Dallas.
Here it comes.
Good